Yeah, they think I'm about to be able to do that, but I'm not.
Chop on the headphones or
It's up to you. I tell everybody, depends on how you want to. You can hear yourself, or you can just. I just naturally just let it. I just talk. I don't like the headphones.
I'll see how I like them. If I don't like them, I'll just take them off.
And then you can put your phone right there to go on live if you like.
I'll bet. I'll probably just actually do like a little recording.
But I meant to say you'll have a recording with this because you're gonna get this video.
Oh, bet.
So if you want to just go on, I would say just go on live. So
I
you
should
just
not
do
say
it.
it anyway, so it's really
Understandable. Wait,
and I don't really go on live like that.
I felt that. All right. Well, Mr. T. Yeah, that's just.
Should I get the microphone closer?
Yeah. It don't gotta be like right on, but just enough so that you're talking into it.
I got this far, right?
Yeah. And here we go. It's loud in the headphones. Still loud in the headphones. Check, check. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello, Vominos. Everybody, let's go. No, nobody. Okay, nobody.
I know we can.
See, there we go. Somebody. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Free World Radio. It's your boy, DJ Red Tables, along with the demons in the background. Today, got a very special guest. A young, I won't call him a young jet, but somebody who has a lot of potential in the city and everything else that's coming. He has a couple events coming out too. Go ahead and give yourself an introduction, sir.
Hey, my name is Callie. Other people call me Corbin. That's the name I was given at birth, but I prefer to be called Callie at this point. I kind of try my best to do everything just to get a light introduction, but I think if I were to put a label on it, I would call myself an entrepreneur or an artist, one of those two.
All right. So let's talk about your entrepreneurship. What all do you actually do?
So I currently have been setting up for the events. As you know, I've got a couple set up for that. I'm starting up my own clothing company. I've been doing distribution and artist management, as well as several different revenues of marketing for a few years now.
Okay.
And just, mostly staying inside that lane of things. Artist development would be a good word.
I can't get mad at that. So you say you've been working on artist development for a couple of years. What's one of the toughest things that you think you face in artist development?
Rushing products. So a lot of artists do. It's very exciting to release things, and I think a lot of people get addicted to that rush of, hey, let me drop something every single week, let me do this as a third. But they don't really want to do the work to actively finish the project and get it set up to where it should be dropped. That's kind of the biggest issue as to why I don't really, I used to make music when I was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But just, it became a thing where in order to hit all the algorithms and just it flooded your mind to be on the algorithm, you had to drop every single week. And just, I don't think the current revenue is really, or the current avenue of music is equipped for people to fully blossom.
Just keep dropping weekly and stuff.
And
I
drop
felt that.
heat.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but there's some people out there, I'm not going to say that's like Wayne, but let's say, take Drake and J. Cole and them, they drop maybe there's a project from them maybe once a month.
Yeah, at this point.
Give or take, I feel like that's acceptable. Once a month, give me something new to look forward to, because then if we miss a month, now I'm going to start fiending. Now I'm like, hey, yo.
I do think dropping once a month can be great, but it all depends on what type of team and what kind of workflow you have around you. If you only go to the studio and you record one song a month or one song every 3 months or whatever, maybe it's not the best for you to drop a song a month because you're not going to be able to keep up with that workflow and actually come out with consistently good music. Artists like Drake and J. Cole, they have teams around them where they can record something and in a matter of 2 hours that thing be mixed, mastered, it's already got a cover art.
Probably record in their living room while they watching a game or something. Cool ass people doing all that. So how'd you get the nickname Callie?
That's actually a kind of funny story. So one of my... I'm
sorry. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
So I was a really bad kid. Back when I was like 13, 14, me and my friends, actually probably younger than that, I want to say 12, I started smoking very early on. I was hanging out with older people. Well, when I was younger, smoked with a couple people, hung out, and one of my friends who I was with randomly goes, hey, wait a minute, the goal, like you're trying to be an artist at the third. Well, Hollywood is where all the famous people go. Hollywood's in California. My initials are CA. So they're like, we're just going to call you Cali. And, very high 12-year-old decision. I was like, bet. I'll be Cali now.
Very high 12-year-old decision. You know what? I like the way you describe it. Yes, like that. You know what? That's about my mindset. It's very high, and I was 12.
Yeah. And the only unfortunate thing is the amount of people who assume I'm from California or that I've been there.
I can imagine.
Never have.
I've
never been to California.
I was gonna. That was probably gonna be like if you didn't say like everything. I was gonna be like, so are you from California?
Nope. Very. Again, in hindsight, could have probably picked a better name, but it stuck so far.
Cali because all right. All right. Okay. Out here in the O. What are some of your avenues that you like to, I guess, put pressure on, per se? What are some of the things you focus on out here?
That's kind of difficult. Networking, establishing connections with local venues have been my main focus recently. But I think, if I'm being honest, I am definitely looking to expand out of Orlando.
Where would you like to go?
I've been talking to a few people over in Miami, but really I want to try to set up shop up in New York. I just like the scene that goes on in New York. It seems like everyone, what's the word? Everyone...
They know what they want.
They kind of support other creativity. There's the words.
Yeah, no, I get it. Orlando does, but Orlando is also a Shark Tank at the end of the day, too. I mean, it's like that everywhere. You know, you go to a new city, and I'm pretty sure, like, you know, there's another Shark Tank just waiting, but... You just want something new at the end of the day.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think my biggest thing, it's not even so much that I want to go to these other places because I don't like Orlando. I love Orlando. I think the issue is that Orlando has not quite built up that artist market yet.
Okay.
There's no real revenue to be made here while being involved in the arts unless you're making more like Disney type of pop hits or more. Yeah. I think you could probably get away with like gospel.
Yeah.
You could probably kill
I feel that if you like if you have your sync licenses, there's your sync license, I definitely can see what you're talking about. Orlando is like a gold mine, especially with Disney, the schools, like there's just a lot going on here. They shoot movies here sometimes, so yeah, I can definitely see it. And along with theater. Let me not forget theater.
Yeah.
That was one that really surprised me. I didn't know if you if you made a beat for a theater and every time that play is played, then you get paid for that.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that, and I want to say I know a guy who actually just recently set up the soundtrack for a local movie on one of those little, it might have been at UCF, I think. They filmed a movie for it, and he did the soundtrack for that, and the guy paid him good money to do that, but I kind of like the idea of producers getting into that avenue, and even like that was the coolest thing ever to me, kind of off topic, but Metro Boomin with the Spider-Man movies.
Oh man, that's probably... You know, a lot of people won't say it, but that was the biggest money move that he could have ever did. Like, first of all, Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You could be a Marvel hater, but you're gonna love Spider-Man because he's the superhero that literally is all of us. He has superpowers.
The everyday man.
And he literally is still broke as hell trying to go to work. Like, how are you... Bro, if I had superpowers, there would be no need to be broke. But this man is literally broke, living in a one-bedroom apartment, struggling, and everything else. And I feel like that's just the most relatable thing. But it's just like...
At least Clark Kent was in like a good position at the paper company. Spider-Man, he was really at the bottom. He was really...
Superman grew up in a small town.
Hey, he had to compete with 7 people to get that position. Watch out.
Hey, everybody knew he was a weirdo. You can't sit here and say like from Smallville and everything else like that we've seen it in the comic books. Everybody knew Superman was a weirdo growing up.
Spider-Man was a weirdo too. I think that we're sleeping that Spider-Man.
He was a nerd.
You don't remember the first movie where he had all them pictures of like he didn't even talk to Megan. What was her name?
Mary Jane.
Didn't even talk to her yet. She's on his computer. She's got mad pictures of her.
Okay, so he's a photographer with a peeping Tom personality.
A little strange.
Your,
It's all right.
your boy is he's just getting good quality photography.
I bet. Great quality. Yeah.
Yeah, great quality.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, the worst thing they did to Spider-Man was when he fought the Sandman. I think it was the Sandman and
Are you talking about him and Venom?
No, not the Venom. Not the Venom. The first time Sandman. The first time when Sandman.
Oh, in the
made.
back of that truck.
Nah, when he was up on the skyscraper and old boy was just sitting there with the hammer, the sand hammer, just plowing down.
That was the end fight with Venom.
Yeah, that was with
Venom.
Venom.
Oh, was it?
That was
Because
the
Venom was the
fight.
one holding him down.
Yeah, Venom was choking
They-
it down and Sandman was hitting
Oh, I
him.
didn't know. Oh, shit! I thought that was a Green Goblin. My bad.
No, the Goblin, the new Goblin. That was when they made the Harry Osborn Green Goblin.
That's who I thought was
he
fighting
came
him.
in. No, he came and saved him. They fought before, but then they were friends afterwards.
The Green Goblin's bitch ass son.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, y'all see where we're at with it. That the point that I'm making is they did my boy wrong. Okay, they did my boy wrong. They did my boy like he was a washed up newspaper and a dog just with a peanut on it, and they just slid it out the way.
I mean, he did himself like that. The second movie, he tossed his shit in the trash can.
The second movie, I don't care what nobody say. Spider-Man really set it up for their whole series is just flawless because of the whole fact that you got Spider-Man. I just figured out I had superpowers. Spider-Man, fuck y'all. I got superpowers. Alright. Fuck everybody, but wait.
Nah, I don't got superpowers.
This ain't right. I don't feel right.
And then Spider-Man, I think I'm gonna just start beating people's ass. I'm gonna just get a whole new costume. Fuck it, Spider-Man emo.
And then we're gonna talk about this. You got the Green Goblin. Then you got Reptile, Dr. Octopus, and then you got Venom and the Sandman, and then you got Carnage. Now,
Hot take. I don't like Raimi Venom.
once again,
Yeah.
I don't like Raimi
once
Venom.
The
again,
new Venom is kind of hard. Raimi Venom was a little.
He didn't want to do him. He didn't want to use him.
I
He
feel
was just so small. Like he was just. I'm like, you're scared of this guy?
I felt that, y'all. I felt that. But hear me out. We're not talking about Venom right now. Venom is cool. Venom is the tough guy that has a smart mouth and is really powerful. We understand that. He's like the jock in high school. Carnage. That guy.
He could have been more brutal.
I feel like Carnage is Spider-Man if he really would have went off the deep end. Venom is just like Spider-Man if he lifted weights.
Have you seen those versions?
Yes, I have.
I would say there's Carnage Spider-Man.
Listen,
oh my
listen.
I haven't even seen those.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
you gotta watch the
Oh
comic
my
books.
God.
Yeah, you gotta read the comics. That's another thing about Spider-Man too. If we're just talking about like marketing and stuff like that, there's so many different versions, like at least over 20 versions of the same fucking Spider-Man. Just a different, and really all it is just a different way to write the story.
And then the drastically different ones are even cooler.
Yeah,
Some of them.
yeah. Right.
Oh, there's a couple of those
okay,
weird ones.
You're right. You're right. I mean, you're right.
There's
a few that I've seen that I'm a little bit like, whose idea was this? Who thought about this?
Are you okay?
Like, isn't there one where like he gives Mary Jane cancer, and I'm like, all right,
Oh, you're talking about that one.
yeah, like,
Oh.
where was it? I get where you were thinking, but did you have to? Was it necessary?
They over.
Boy, what?
Oh, yeah. Let me put you on. So
Peter Parker gets fucked up every single Spider-Man
Yeah, they
iteration,
really be-
and then they give Mary Jane cancer.
They really be giving him
Why?
that Parker. They really be giving him that Parker luck. No, the purpose of the story was the radioactive spider that bit him. Turns out it irradiated more than just gave him powers. It actually irradiated like his bodily fluids,
Like-
so his blood,
It's
semen,
it's
everything.
Gamma.
Basically, yeah.
He ain't never have to take like a drug test. Like they didn't figure
That's
that
what
out
I'm
sooner.
wondering. I mean, hey,
I mean, but
Imagine reading that drug test. You're fucking pulling that shit up. Uranium.
I mean,
What the fuck is that?
J. Jonah
Wow.
Jameson.
Like-
That's fucking wild.
I mean, Triple
You
J.
need to lay off that Bacardi, sir. You have been drinking way too much.
Party, bro. He's a spider. Like, I don't even know what the fuck, bro. That's wild. That I didn't know there was a Spider-Man that gave Mary Jane cancer.
Bro, he has had every single bad thing. He killed Gwen.
I told you, but
He
Oh, was
Mary
that same
Jane
storyline?
cancer.
but see,
I feel like they did do it. They do it
yeah,
every
there's
story.
a story.
Gwen never
know that
makes
one.
it.
No, I was wondering if those were the same because Gwen Stacy's death is really early in his career. That death is like he's like
Way
nearly
later
like
on.
You talking about
30.
Mary Jane?
Yeah.
No, Mary Jane dies like later on in all
Yeah.
the comics.
Yeah.
When she
and
does.
the other one is like
Gwen Stacy's really early, like first year,
literally
like year one.
Literally, he's like fresh Spider-Man, kaboom. And what's crazier about it is never his fault.
No,
It's never his
No.
fault. Like it's like you got to make this choice, and he makes the right choice. It just ain't the righter choice. It's like you can't do nothing
didn't
about
work
it.
out.
I do fault him a little bit on Gwen Stacy's because not gonna lie, I think he put a little too much faith in the webs. I think he put a little too much faith in the
I
webs.
mean, shit. You're Spider-Man, and
Like,
I don't.
Yeah,
I
because then he
get-
saves him instead of Sam Raimi, or saves her instead of Sam Raimi.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You
By
gotta
just
you gotta remember, a spider's webs are literally like how a spider's webs are just basically an extension of his arm and legs. So I'm gonna put all my faith in that shit too. Like I saw a spider this morning. You know what that shit did? It looked at me. I moved the web. You know what that shit? It started falling. You know what that told me? That this web is just as strong as this spider. Because that motherfucker is going to fall out of the sky as long as this web is not in the sky. And that bitch literally hung on the web until it hit the wall. And it went back up and it started spinning a new web. And I was like, what the fuck?
I think that's one thing that Sam Raimi did right, is that they made the web a part of him. Because if I had to do what like Tom Holland them had, where it's just a little go-go gadget on my
See?
wrist, I'm not putting it.
Oh,
See
the
what
web
I'm
shooter?
saying?
Yeah,
See what I'm
it's
saying?
like-
You know, it's at that point you know your web is authentic because it's coming from you, but also in the same breath, bro.
What's funny?
Web that is literally coming out of you versus a machine are two different.
Yeah.
Because if it's coming out of
The
you,
machine can fuck up.
what's his name?
Oh, they talk about that all the time. The web shooters jam like stupid amounts.
Not even that it jams. The Peter Parker that's that fought the first Green Goblin. When he stopped that train, bro, you literally saw the veins popping out of his
Yeah.
arm because the web was pulling out of his veins. Like it don't get no realer than that. Like to me, that's the best Spider-Man because literally everything that they took the real embodiment of a spider and literally gave it to a human.
I need them to make a Spider-Man 4. And I need them to make Tobey Maguire into Man-Spider because that's the version. That's the version that could do it. That's the version that can do it.
I think so. And
Well, you
now
have
they're
the
gearing up.
president.
I heard that Madam Web came out, so maybe they're gearing up.
Hey,
for something like that.
Madam
I didn't
don't
watch
have much
it.
faith. I don't have much faith for it.
I've been hearing about it.
Madam
I
Web,
haven't
yeah.
watched it.
I'm gonna watch it. I
Madam
don't know about
Web,
it.
I don't think will be bad. I just think they're gonna try to cram a lot into like the next one to like you know how they like you know Marvel's how they had like all the Marvel movies and then finally they put Endgame. I feel like that's what they're doing with Spider-Man. Like don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
all the
I
Spider
have a theory to that actually.
shoot.
I think they're gonna bring in the Totems and the Inheritors, if you've heard of them. So
Yeah.
the Inheritors, I'm gonna put y'all non-comic fans on. The Inheritors are a group of trans-dimensional vampires who eat Spider-Man.
No, yeah. Nah, I mean,
No, seriously.
that makes. You know, way back when I was watching Sam Raimi, I was like, you know what this is missing? Vampires to eat him. I think if this had vampires, this movie would be fine.
We're villains. We're villains. It boils down to so the theory has ground in Madam Web's main villain that has a power that brings them in.
Yeah.
If they do it, I'm gonna look at Sony sideways for one because that's a weird pull.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they'll do better than Morbius.
Okay, now I can finally do it because you stopped talking. Oh. The fuck are we talking about? We're talking about Spider-Man, and now
Now we're talking movies.
I think they could fuck it up like
and
that.
now we're talking
I
about
think-
fucking vampires eating Spider-Man. You know what, guys? We're gonna get back on topic.
That is fair.
Let's get off topic.
Oh, y'all are making my head hurt so much. I don't even know what my fucking live is saying right now. But
I love the side stories.
When this gets aired, I know it's people are gonna be like, you know, Spider-Man did do this. Like, bro, like, get out of here.
Are they saying anything of interest?
Boogie said, I learned more about Spider-Man than Cali Law. And tomatoes.
No. Shit. How old are you, by the way?
I am 21.
Yeah, my group.
There we go. Bunch of fucking geezers. No. Nah, fucking around. You know.
Do I? Do I know? I
You
for
still haven't
one,
told me how old you are. I've got no idea.
I for
for one, am a part of those old geezer clubs, and that's why he's laughing.
He's seasoned. He's just seasoned. He's not geezer yet.
I'm seasoned.
He's seasoned.
That's even worse.
See, if I said that, completely different vibes.
Like the disrespect in this room right now. Like, just because both of y'all just now got able to sit at a bar and your legs can finally hit the floor don't mean shit. Y'all better shut
My
up.
shit still dangle at some bars.
Bro.
I still consider this.
I hate talking about it. But you right.
We talking about them 25 and up boys.
them grown folks clubs that they call
I
them.
mean, look, bro. I was out the other day. Not to get off topic again. It was somebody's 21st birthday, and I remember when I didn't have like the 21 that everybody else had. I turned 21 overseas, so like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, I had a day. Like, it wasn't even on my birthday. Like, it was like a week or two after my birthday. They were like,
the one day you had off.
yeah, and they were like, hey, remember your birthday? We didn't get the, and we just all like, I got trashed, but I literally saw someone who turned 21, and I just saw their friends around them, and of course, you know, they're like this. But the part that got me, y'all, was that the one friend that was on his right side literally had shots and was like, come on, bro, you're almost there. And was still feeding them shots. And I guess he took 21 shots. And this kid was just standing there. And I was like, that reminds me of me so much. I remember all those times when I turned 21. And I couldn't even see.
All those times when he turned 21.
Exactly.
All the multiple times he had turned 21.
Right.
He's lived many lives.
Man, no, because when I did that, when I came home, all my friends back home threw me a 21 party too. And
Oh,
that was bad too. But it was just like, to be 21 and just to drink again and everything else. Oh my God.
My 21st, I realized how truly dumb some of my friends are, I think. The goal, we booked a little Airbnb and we were actually going to shoot a vlog and go over to a casino cruise. Those big ass boats. A lot of my friends,
Yeah.
I'm like the oldest. A lot of them are still in their 20s. Like, they're still 20.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is 18 up. We can go on the casino cruise, go out. And then I mentioned, like, all right, we're about to leave. I'm like, hey, guys, da-da-da. Just remember we're going to be getting back here probably around like 3 a.m. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I thought it just came back when we wanted to go back. I'm like, you think I got that fucking kind of money? So I sent you guys the pictures. It's 4 stories a cruise. You think if I got a 4-story boat, we'd be staying in a 1-story Airbnb?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works.
That doesn't even make sense. I understand. Yeah, no, I get it.
They all were like, oh, I thought it was coming back.
Yeah, it's coming
Why?
back. It's coming back, like, eventually.
The one dude's like, I gotta pick up my girl. I'm like, then
You better make the decision. Because once you get out on this boat. I remember the first time I went on a yacht. That shit was lit. Like, I love yachts. I just don't like when people, like, play around. Because you got some people that get on yachts. Like, some of my Army friends, we got on the boat. Motherfucking threw another one off the boat.
what the fuck?
It's the middle of the ocean, bruh. And he was just like, oh. I was like,
I think that goes from play too much to like attempted murder.
well,
Like, there's a crime for
it's not like we all couldn't swim and we all wouldn't like free diving and stuff like that. It's just like, and
You're in the middle of the ocean.
but the boat wasn't moving either. You know?
Okay, were you guys like docked? Or like dead ass in the middle of the ocean?
Like we like, and then we just started free diving and stuff like.
Okay, oh, so you guys were already free diving. All right, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
no.
I was about to say currents and shit. Yeah,
Nah,
that's
you had
a
some
different-
people that were like fishing, so like they're fishing on this side of the boat and we're diving on this side of the boat, so we don't get caught up. And like you had some like the people that was on there like, oh, you know, we drinking and stuff, so it's just like, like, bruh. Never will I ever drink and be in the middle of the ocean again though. That shit is crucial.
Yeah, that seems like a setup for failure.
So
Especially with people who throw people off boats.
you know, it's just
I might need to judge the people I have around me a little differently. Like, will this person throw me off a boat?
definitely judging.
If given the chance.
Definitely judging. Going back though, what events do you have coming up?
So, next week, actually, March 1st, I've got a smoke sesh where pretty much I combine 2 of my favorite things, which is music and smoking.
Right.
Everybody gets a free gift with entry, and yeah, pretty much we're just gonna hotbox rumpies. Fuck it.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm sponsoring another one, which you'll actually be at that one too, on
Okay.
March 16th. That one is with a company who I'm working with called Magic Leaf, who is kind of starting out their own little, kind of like what Green Love does. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah,
So
kinda.
starting out their own little pop-ups and stuff like that as well. That's
Okay,
going to be
okay.
at Nightshade.
Okay.
And I'm actually trying to set up another one. I did that media night. which I kind of sent you a little bit of that, but
Yeah.
pretty much that was for artists to network. We got together a lot of different footage. We did interviews,
Mhm.
stuff kind of along those lines. I am planning to set another one of those up. I'm hoping by like April to July, somewhere within that range of time.
And that's a good little time space too. So it's no rush. No
Yeah.
rush.
The goal I've got set for myself is one event per month,
That's not bad.
minimum. I want to try to get, just 'cause I know I am just getting my feet in the water, but consistency is so key. And I'm starting to get some people around who can actually really like help me and put me in contact with good people. So I think it's definitely a plausible goal that will, in the end, hopefully pay out.
Do you feel as though being young out here in Orlando affects your ability to, I guess, move strategically?
Yes and no. I think most of the time I'm not that open with my age. Like I think the first event I did, I was like 18. I didn't even tell the guy my age until day of the event. He figured it out and was like, oh shit, like you can't even get a drink legally. Like I'm letting you do this event at my venue. And it's normally been the reaction until they see what I can do, where it's like, oh shit, you're this like kid. I think now since I'm 21, like it's a little bit better, but it's still, I think now it's less of a, oh, you're a kid, you can't do it, and more of like a, oh, this kid's got dreams. Let's figure out how we can now profit off of him.
So basically, your work ethic outshines your pretty much the age. Like what they think who you are at age, like your work ethic and experiences are what push you forward.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what would you say one of your biggest weaknesses as of right now is?
Nothing. No, I'm fucking around.
Hey, bro, as long as you got a good reason.
I think I am way too critical on myself. So
Okay.
I've had events that a lot of other people deem as successful, or they're just really excited for it, and I've just done other things in general that a lot of people deem as successful and stuff. But to me, it's not perfect, so it was a failure. It was a loss. Even though I'm not, I don't let it cripple me.
Yeah.
But I definitely do take it as like now I gotta one up that. Now I gotta do that better. I've got to make up for that. I lost here. Let me go ahead and do this next one to win, and this next one to beat that, and this I just got to keep on doing better.
I definitely get that. Like,
But
so,
I mean,
especially when it's not like to your standard. It may be to everybody else's standards, but to your standards, I understand that completely.
yeah.
So, with your weaknesses, of course, I gotta ask the next question: your greatest strength that you think you contribute?
Passion. I think I'm very passionate, and no matter what, I'm gonna figure out how to do some shit. From something as enormous as doing the events to something as simple as me doing clothing to music, everything like that, I've just taught myself how to do it.
Right.
I made my own screens. Took fucking weeks to make screens. Figuring out that bullshit.
Tell me. Hey yo, I get it. I get it.
Just for me to now have a website where I don't got to do none of that shit. But it's the idea that I know now how to do it. So if I ever got to go back to doing it, if I ever want to do something limited, I can. Same thing with music. I taught myself how to mix and master, not really thinking it was going to work out just for me myself to do music. Mm-hmm. Now I do mixing and mastering and make extra money. I do audio engineering skills.
That's how it works. That's how I feel about like graphic designer and everything else. It's like at first I was literally just doing flyers because I got tired of asking other people to do my flyers, and I can do it for 80. Bro, I need a square that goes on social media, and you about to charge me $80. There's no way you're about to charge me $80.
Hop on the font. Let me let me go ahead.
Like, bro, and then you know people started actually putting me on. They're like, yo, it's not that hard. And you know, granted, I will give all the shout outs to everybody that does graphic designs, like from Adobe, and they start literally from scratch. You start from scratch and do it. I have all the respect for you more because I get it. Man, I know for a fact half these people out here using templates and just, you know,
Canva.
You know,
mad Canva templates.
I hate Canva. Like,
it's kind of grown on me. These last couple events, I've needed to just help out people with making like quick little 1-2 flyers. I've definitely used those quick little pop-ups. Man, I've done my own spin to them, but those little like quick templates, when it's trying to make something that like people in the clubs are gonna like.
Man, I got a website for you.
Yeah,
that'll change your mind, and you will literally look at Canva and be like,
"This is some bullshit."
Like, cause for me, what I use is I use this website, and then what I'll do from there, I'll make it on there, and I'll transfer it from there to Adobe Express. So, cause it's on my phone, and then shoot from there, just do my little whatever I can't do on the website. I know I can do on the door.
Yeah, that's what I do with. I can't remember the name of the one I use, but it's basically just a free Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
One of those little softwares you download and it's like crowdfunded and everything like that.
I love those because at the end, like the one thing I love about Adobe Express, not only is it free, like you can remove the background off of images for free.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a game changer. That's not just a game changer. Like I get it, you can't crop and shape it the way you want it to. But you mean to tell me as long as this picture is solid enough, I can separate the background and the part that I really want? That to me like makes the difference between a whole. Bro, I don't even want to know what anybody said.
I kind of want to know
Who said it first off.
Oh, it was Boogie again.
Nah, fuck Boogie.
Oh, he wasn't talking about you. He was talking about us.
Oh no!
Nah, he said definitely fuck Boogie. Oh, yeah. Fuck Boogie. What
He called us whippersnappers.
Oh my god!
And then proceeded to say, "Don't tell him I said that."
Oh my god! All right, man. Well,
We gotta retaliate. We gotta unionize. We get this. These old people.
All right.
The Indie Jams Union. Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna wrap up this. Oh wait! Before we wrap it up, there's two things I need you. Actually, there's a couple things I need you to do. Number one, before we wrap up, you have an artist, music.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this. Well, actually, pause. Go backwards. Who would you like to shout out at this moment in time that you feel like deserves a shout out? Like that's really helped you out.
So an artist who I've been seeing put in crazy amounts of work, and I want to kind of do my best to promote his shit because he's dope as fuck and just works like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Pray for Pan. He is from Florida, as far as I know. You know him?
Yeah, actually, that Instagram name.
He is hard as fuck. Works every fucking day. He knows. You probably actually know his cameraman, Sleepy. Sleepy's super dope too. They're all really cool people, and they all kind of work together. And just a lot of inspiration comes from him on my end, as far as like, hey, this guy's pushing it. I need to work. Toxic to say, I look at other artists and the workload almost like a rivalry, where it's like, oh, if this person's putting in this much work, there's no reason why I can't.
There's nothing a rivalry with that, bro. Because at the end of the day, if I look at you and you have damn near the same, you may not have the same workload as me, but we have similar situations, and we have similar struggles, and you still going hard. Hey, yo, the fuck am I really doing?
Exactly.
the fuck am I doing? Why am I not going hard right now? Like I felt that
every day he's got a new video up. Every day he's doing something, and it's definitely inspiring. So definitely shout out Pray for Pan. I've got one of his songs I actually did a remaster of not that long ago. It's queued up to play whatever.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
we'll get
shout out to him. Shout out to Sleepy. Filmed it, I think, is his Instagram handle for his cameraman.
Yeah, that's Gypsy.
Yeah,
that's Gypsy. People, definitely good people. Shout out to Gypsy. She just had her radio show, her first radio show Wednesday. Glad to see the progress and production, and we all love the love of Indie Jams getting bigger and better. Love it.
Shout out Indie Jams.
Love to see it. Of course.
That's another thing too. Let me go ahead and say that before the music starts. Before we cut it off, I'm appreciative of this whole entire network. I've been I kind of keep an eye on Indie Jams. I might not be under every single live and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I like to look at it because it's cool to see somebody's doing something like that for the lesser known talent in Orlando, and so the same 3 artists over and fucking over.
Shout out to LV. She is definitely that woman. That's why she got, I forget which one of these awards it is. She got her last year. So either or, she is that woman. She's it. So definitely big shout out to her.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and continue with your shout outs. I'm sorry.
Nah, I mean, that's really it. If I gotta go down into it, shout out Young Q. He's kind of starting up his own little Palms Entertainment thing.
Okay.
He's trying to get into the distribution game and get into kind of making his own little private label.
Hey, shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Hey.
It's a big step. Go ahead. Shout out to you, sir.
Yeah, that's really all I can think of right now. I'm sure if I didn't smoke before this, I would have way more people in mind, but...
Hey, man. Good gas make everything last. Good gas make everything last.
It's been a great interview. That's all I came in here for. As long as I had fun, fuck it. Whoever gets shouted out, you know if I didn't shout you out, how I feel about you. Hey, Boogie, I'll go and shout him out because I know he's watching.
I would never shout out Boogie. I would throw a rotten egg at Boogie. I would. Oh, I'm gonna make sure this is the part of the show that I definitely crop out. This poor Boogie. And I'm gonna
What do you
make,
say?
Oh, bro.
No, I'll say it later.
Nah,
I'll say it later.
because he knows what I'm about to do. Bro, let me tell you what I would do to Boogie. I would throw a raw egg at Boogie with a tomato, and then on top of that, while he's wiping the tomato off his shirt, I would get a choir of little school kids that would sing boo, boo, boo. And you know what I would do after that? I would then hire another set of badass kids to throw tomatoes at him until his shirt was red.
What's your budget for something like this?
2 candy bars. 2 candy bars and a fruit roll-up.
Hey, split this Kit Kat 4 ways.
That's it.
I got 3 Kit Kats. Y'all figure it out.
2 candy bars and a fruit roll-up, and they gonna go hard.
Candy
bro.
bars and a fruit
They
roll-up.
gonna go hard behind it. Alright, but
Oh my God, love you, Boogie.
yeah, that's the homie. That's definitely the home team. Alright, so without further ado, the one more question before you get out, because at the end of the day, I gotta ask you, because everybody, it's kind of like the norm question on here. You can talk to your younger self. Yes, you're only 21 years old, but you're in the industry and you're working and everything. So with all the adversaries for being young, making simple business mistakes, wins, losses, what is one thing you turn back the hands of time and say, man, I wish I could have told myself this when I was younger to now?
Quit being a bitch.
Hey.
A lot of things that probably when I was younger I took way too deep to heart and kind of just, I wasn't as well equipped to roll with the punches, which, a lot of kids probably aren't. But if I could have toughened up, I'd probably be way fucking further now. Like, if I'm really being honest. It took me a while to, grit it up and kind of be able to take losses and move on.
Yeah.
Younger me would have taken a loss and been like, fuck. Like, my first show, I got booed off stage. I took it pretty well for the sake of it being.
Yeah.
But it was still, I was like, damn, I'm not going to perform no more.
Ooh.
Like,
Nah, I get that, bro. I've been booed, too. I've been booed DJing, and it's
at least if you get booed DJing, though, it's like, fuck it.
That shit worse.
Is it? Yeah.
Bro, because look, where you're an artist, if you get booed, that booed only lasts like maybe 2 or 3 minutes because that's your song.
Oh, you got to stay the whole night?
Bro, you still got to stay. Ain't nobody come to save you.
And they booed you?
Imagine.
Can't they boo the whole night, though?
Bro, what?
Did
They will boo you and leave. Like, no, you don't understand. Imagine. So I'll give you the scene, then we'll cut to your song. We'll end the show and cut to the song. So imagine the scene is just like this. It's like, I want to say it's like 2000 and maybe 2011, 2010, 2011. I had just started DJing for real. Man, somebody got me to a house party. I was like, cool, whatever. Woo-doo-wah. Where I played every fire song I had in the first hour. Every fire song I had that was hot. And
How long was it?
Oh, it was a normal party, like, let's say like 11 to 2. Just
Like
a regular
4 hours?
Yeah, it's a house party. So within the first hour, I'm talking about straight bangers. Everything you could think of. At
What's
that
like
time.
the top 3 that come to mind?
Wasted, Rack City, and some Louisiana stuff, like some dancing stuff that we always used to listen to. But like, I give it an hour and a half. Now I done already played a lot of Boosie and Set It Off and Wipe Me Down and stuff. I done already played that, bro. Everybody in their mama's, daddy's, sisters, uncles, brothers is in the house right now and they lit.
That second hour starting.
Bro, I ain't had
It was a little bleak.
I was playing mediocre shit, like shit that not shit that was like I was playing stuff that you play in the beginning that keeps the crowd moving, but it's not that one song that just take them up. And they let me know, they're like, yo, you're not gonna play none of this. I said I already played that, and I tried to play another song. They were like, bro, you just played this, and it's like it was just not my night. So about hour 3, I forgot what song I played, bro. All you heard was boo, boo, man, change the DJ, boo the DJ.
I wish you could remember what song that was.
Bro.
I feel like
It was
we need to know how bad the song really was for them to.
Bro, it doesn't even matter what song was being played. It's just the fact that, like, it wasn't like consecutively, but you just heard it. You heard it over the music.
The vibe started going down.
Man, you heard it, and then people just started leaving out. And if, like, by hour 4, like, my friends were there, but they were just looking at me like, Like,
Yeah. They were there to support, but not really to, like,
man,
enjoy.
they knew I was hurt. I was in that, boy, I'll never forget that. They knew I was hurt. And they was just like, man, you just got to go home and practice, man. And that's when I met some other cool DJs, and they were just like, how about you do this and try not to do this? And it was just like, oh, that makes kind of more sense.
Yeah.
It makes more sense now. I was like, yeah, because when you get to this time, nobody cares. Because at the end, you could just play slow song. Yeah, nah, bro. Wasn't nobody fucking with me.
And if you wait until like hour 3 at a good party, usually they already are all fucking drunk and don't even care about what music's playing.
Literally, college in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Hour 1 is the warm up. Hour 2, we're getting there. Hour 3, play whatever you want as long as it's hype. Hour 4, you can play all the slow songs you want in the world because why?
We're about to leave.
Everybody's fucked up. And you probably want to clear the club out because everybody's either trying to fight or some other dumb shit. But, moving forward. Jesus Christ, moving forward. Introducing the song that will take out this Free World Radio episode. You said Pray for Pan, right?
Yep, Pray for Pan Reach.
Reach.
Yes, sir.
We got it queued up with Mr. T in the background. That is today's episode with your boy, Mr. Cali here. And the one thing that we've been trying to do while we've been leaving Free World Radio recently is a fun fact that nobody knows about. And today's fun fact that nobody really knows about is as follows. Did you know that the percentage of fresh water in the world is technically higher than the amount of seawater that we have in the world? It's just frozen and trapped underground.
Ah.
So technically we don't have a water crisis. We just have a situation where we can't get to the fresh water. But here's another fun fact. What happens if all the fresh water melts out the ice and mixes with the seawater?
Water world.
Not only a water world, because there is that rumor that if all the ice caps melt, then the water level will start. There are places literally that will get submerged. Like
Your buoyancy will change. The buoyancy, everything will change.
But the most important part is, I don't know if y'all know, salt water and fresh water do not mix. They literally push each other aside. That's why if you go, don't quote me on this, nobody. Please don't quote me. It's either in the middle of the Atlantic or it's the Pacific. But literally, you can see the line of fresh water and salt water.
The Goo Lagoon.
Yeah, like it's like one is dark blue and one is like light green, and they don't pass each other. They don't mix. So just imagine if the world just became unbalanced with that.
Well, there is some level of. Well, never mind.
God.
Never mind.
Well, actually.
Well.
Go ahead. What's your nerdy insight? Nerd.
Well, there are situations in nature where salt and fresh water mix. It's called brackish. There are situations.
What kind of gang ideology you just trying to say me? Brackish?
Brackish water.
Where are you from? This is what you said.
I'm from Virginia. I'm from the sticks. I'm from the sticks.
Brackish?
Brackish.
Oh no.
You just had that in the tuck?
So
Yes.
You have a word a day calendar?
No, I've just used it a lot because I've had
A lot?
Yeah.
Well, contextually.
Well,
I want to hear what sentences
not
you used
Florida,
today.
not Florida contextually. Not Florida contextually.
Moving on. If you two are funny, we're gonna end today's episode. Everybody have a good day. Be blessed. Don't let the haters get to you. And always remember, somebody's always watching you. Give them something to report back.
That was great, though. What content got this cable lower so that we're taller than everyone else? I've seen it.
That boy said you probably deserved it. Like, I'm the one that does his
I was telling that.
He said, I'm the one that's doing his show editing. I'm not cropping that shit out. Boogie's still on.
He said, I will FaceTime you. I will FaceTime and remove his show.
You can't FaceTime me because I have on Do Not Disturb.
I got you, Boogie. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that him? Yeah. Man, fuck you. Fuck you.